So obviously, Texas is really ground zero in the battle for women's reproductive rights. What are you seeing there in the closing of clinics?
It's unbelievable, Tina. And I think when I look at what's happened in Texas, I just think it's a cautionary tale for what's being promised by some of these folks running for president. So, as folks may know, and that is my home state, so I feel like I've had to witness it on every visit I go to. But first, they tried to get rid of Planned Parenthood by shutting down the Women's Health Program, which closed dozens of health centers, most of which were not Planned Parenthood. Hundreds of thousands of women lost access to basic health care, and not abortion services. We're talking birth control, cancer screenings. And now, of course, they've passed these restrictions that have reduced the number of abortion providers in the state to really a handful. And of course, this case is going to go up to the Supreme Court in March, which will be a case absolutely to watch. The sad aspect of this is, there was just a New England Journal of Medicine article out last week, which very clearly showed that the closure of these centers has now led to reduced access to birth control and more women having children that they did not choose, that they did not plan. And of course, the really the heartbreaking part of it is really hitting low-income women the very worst. If you live in the Rio Grande border now of Texas, you have very few options for health care, and many women are now going over the border, and we've seen estimates of up to 250,000 women trying to self-abort in the last several years in Texas. And yeah, it's really, we're better than that as a country, and I hope that everybody in this nation thinks really carefully about what kind of government we need and want next November.